I think that went well.
Hey guys, we know you're not dead. You didn't come up with playing dead. I can see you breathing. Very hard to fake a pulse. Guys, we have to be out of here in 30 minutes. Cavalieri is coming. We only have like 4 hours.
I was just kidding, Connor. But Martin's really dead.
Okay, whatever. Can we just start the show?
Oh no, Jason died! Just kidding.
So funny.
See you later, Connor. Hey, welcome to the morning after. Ever notice that our coffee cups are always empty? That was a terrible time for that to not be the case.
And then we transition into the news. The New York Times is now charging a subscription fee to view the online version of their paper. People can view 20 articles for free before having to pay.
You guys are just gonna be difficult today. I'm not gonna pay you. I don't have any money. You're not even wearing a jacket. Why should I pay you? This is BUTV. We don't have any funds. We're not Emerson.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sullivan, this card has expired.
Where did you get that? That's my credit card. Give me that. Just go. You're just gonna change the whole structure of the show, huh?
Yeah.
Make me pay for everything?
Pay us in food.
I mean, headlines are free. You could just do that.
Yeah, so here are some things we are going to talk about. Spring,
The Middle East.
controversy,
Political differences.
political similarities.
Icebergs.
Let's just move on to the interview.
Fine with us.
We did it. We beat Connor. Whoa, jump cut.
British theologian Francesca Stavrokopoulou, that's exactly how it's pronounced, is claiming that early versions of the Bible featured a female goddess named Asherah.
The rapper?
No, you're thinking of Asheroth. Again, the female goddess Asherah may have been God's wife. However, she was edited out of early versions of the Bible by its editors. To talk about what we've heard is a thrilling missing chapter.
Sex scene.
Right? Thrilling missing chapter. We have with us God's wife, Mrs. God.
Thank you for having me.
So let's open up on the topic. What exactly is so scandalous, so riveting, so a sex scene?
It is not a sex scene.
Why were you cut from the Bible?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
We can't tell you. You know the answer. You're omniscient.
Oh, I'm not omniscient. That's my husband. But I am mostly omniscient.
Yeah, what is it like being married to God?
Oh, I see. It's always about him, isn't it? Everything's, oh my God, this, and thank God that, and everyone's always singing about him, and psalming about him, and hymning about him. Why don't I get my own country music songs? No one is ever asking, what if Mrs. God were one of us?
I think you're being a little hard on God, Mrs. God. I mean, he did create the universe.
Allegedly.
What? Mrs. God, do you not believe that God created the universe?
Please, call me Mrs. Yahweh.
That's not how you introduced yourself.
Not at all.
The universe. Ever since he created the universe, everyone thinks he's so great. But who does all the cooking and the cleaning? Who raised all of God's children? Fast forward 5,000 years, all he does is sit around on our cloud couch and watch Seventh Heaven, a show I created. I have to do everything up in First Heaven. And what happens when I ask for help? Oh, I worked really hard for those 6 days creating the universe that one time. Seriously, on the 7th day, he just napped. They didn't even cut that from the Bible. Oh, I'm reading the Bible. Oh, this book is so interesting. Oh, this guy takes naps. Tell me more about the time God napped.
Mrs. God, you seem to be harboring some really bitter feelings towards being left out of the Bible.
I just disagree with what the editors chose to leave in the Bible. For example, my part was completely cut, but they left in that whole thing with Jonah and the whale. I know people argue about what's true in the Bible, but come on, that definitely didn't happen.
Are you even religious?
I'm more spiritual.
So we have a few passages from what was cut from your Bible. It contains many teachings and words from you. And just to be sure, this is the Bible that you would have liked to be distributed and read globally.
That is correct.
All right, so here's the first one. And then the 3 wise men paused on their quest to see the newborn king in order to gaze upon Asherah's perfect, heavenly, voluptuous body. Cheryl, 3:16.
So it was written, so it was done.
Okay, here's another one. So Asherah spoke thus. The wise man puts his shoes on before he rises. Better yet, he wears them to his bed. Cheryl 2:12. What is that, like a proverb?
It is advice.
It's pretty terrible advice. Oh, here's another. The angel Gabriel appeared to Mary and said, "You shall bear the child of the Lord." And so Mary spoke, "I am the handmaiden of the Lord." To which Asherah responded, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, why are you having my husband's child? You You're his handmaiden, I'm his wife." Cheryl, 4:17.
Pretty clear why that was cut there. You can't curse in the Bible.
There are swears in the Bible. They say the F word.
Where?
Oh, you're right. They cut all my quotes.
Yeah,
Never mind.
You're also the only person in the Bible who's chain-smoking cigarettes.
And when was your book written? Because it seems to span all 6,000 years of the normal Bible. And then there's that weird leap forward in time where you kiss James Dean.
Yeah, I think the main problem is that it's just a summary of the Bible, but with you in it. It's like SparkNotes, but wrong. SparkNotes with a cynical character thrown in.
Do you guys mind if I smoke in here?
Yes, we mind.
It's inside building. You know, Martin, all this talk about God reminds me of my days in Hebrew school when we used to sing a little song called Dinosaur Knocking at My Door. Went a little something like this. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, knocking 1, 2, 3. There's a dinosaur knocking at my door, and he wants to have Shabbat with me.
Do you actually have any questions for me?